Hello, everybody. Welcome to a random Tuesday food stream. Hope we're all doing well. Shut this a little bit, see if that helps at all with the light coming through a little bit. We're just at that time of day in this time of year where we're just going to get some very strong light. But that's fine. It's not going to mess anything up. Hold on, I'm pulling up my chat just so I have that active. There we go. All right. So as you can see, we are going to be making some chicken tacos. First things first. I'm going to make some chicken cutlets out of this. Alright. Thin that out. Next one. Awful lot of fat. Take that off. There we go. So yeah, I haven't streamed in a little while. We had to. I say had to. We had a trip to New York City planned to go to New York Comic Con. We went and did that. We got back yesterday. I took today off from work as well as the trip. So it let me catch up on the chores we missed, which, was grocery shopping and laundry. I got to spend some time with the dog who was at our parents' for the entire trip. He was thrilled to have us back. Honestly, I feel like probably, why did that shred like that? That's so weird. It's like, alright. So, I got my chicken sort of cut. We're actually just going to cook it as cutlets in a marinade. And then we are going to let it rest and then cut it into chunks. And that's how we're going to eat it. So I wanted to get it cut up. That way we aren't having these huge giant chicken breasts that we're trying to cook in a pan. This should get those to cook quicker and a little bit easier. So next up is the marinade. Stream's back. Hey, Grant, how you been? Yeah, we've been, like I said, we've been in New York. We got back yesterday, so kind of just threw together. We're gonna do a stream today. I need to get all my stuff out. We're doing some Chipotle chicken. Good. How was the trip? The trip was awesome. There a lot of things I don't like about New York, but we made the most of it. We had a lot of fun. We got to get a lot of art. We had a good time. We got to try a lot of delicious food. But it's not a place that I would probably regularly go back to without like a really good reason. If that makes sense. Alright, so for our marinade, I've got chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. We're going to add 2 cans of this. So I've got about 3 pans of chicken. My recipe is for about 1.5 pounds. Best food you had there That's really tough. The first day was just bangers. We got there on Monday. New York seems like a fantastic place to visit for a short time and a horrible place to live. That's a pretty accurate description. So we flew out Monday. Um, as we were flying out, they delayed our plane an hour and a half for taking off. Excuse me, 50 minutes for taking off, and told us that there was high wind in New York and that it was going to mess up they were down to one lane essentially, and so it was delaying everything. So we were 45 minutes late. We spent another 30 minutes on the plane before taking off, so we're already an hour and a half behind. We fly there, and then they tell us to basically circle in the air for another 40 minutes. We were already going to be late getting there, like late in the night, because it's an hour time zone difference. So we ended up getting there like 11:30 at night. And then we had to taxi. We had to wait for our bags because we checked some bags. Because we were there for a week, so obviously it's a lot of clothes. Plus, we had to bring all of our con stuff. I'm doing 4 tablespoons of honey right now as I'm talking. I mean, the one time you bite the bullet and fly is atrocious. Yeah, I mean, it was nice because we were... it could have been worse. Like, there was a lot of turbulence on there, but it wasn't, like, the worst I've ever had, but it wasn't great. Yeah, so... we had to take a taxi to the hotel, and the hotel was about a 45-minute drive. Although it was only like 15 miles, it still took 45 minutes on New York traffic at a like 11:30 on a Monday night. Like, kind of nuts. Sorry, getting all the honey in there. So then Tuesday was like the start of it. We basically just grabbed whatever was at the airport, and they had food there. That first day, so then Tuesday was our first like real food day. The con didn't start till Thursday. So 4 tablespoons lime juice. Ciao, thank you. How are you doing? We're just chatting about it. We're just getting to the food. So yeah, Tuesday was a banger for food, which was our first day there. We were doing a Japanese restaurant called High Collar for lunch. We originally had a dinner reservation for it, but Morgan really wanted to try some of the stuff that was there for lunch. I'm squeezing a lime. I need a bunch of lime juice, about 8 tablespoons. And these are the tiniest little limes. Not getting shit for lime juice. Okay, just making a tater tot poutine with garlic and chive cheese curds and homemade gravy. That sounds great. I'm jealous. We're making some Chipotle Chicken Tacos. I'm making a like quick 30-minute marinade plus a sauce from this. God, there's nothing in these limes. But it was High Collar. It was a Japanese restaurant, and I got to try the Japanese spaghetti, which is ketchup based, and sausages and peppers and onions and mushrooms. Absolutely loved it. We got some Hayashi rice, omurice, which was also fantastic. Tried a hamburger steak sandwich, which was really good. And then I also had a drink. What did I have to drink? I'm not a big alcohol person, so it was quite an experience for me to actually order a drink. Um, oh, I had a highball, Japanese highball, which is Japanese whiskey, soda, uh, and a couple other, or and like sometimes a little bit of sweetener, but like simple syrup. And I enjoyed that. Toki highball, that's what it was. Um, it was fabulous. The food there, we were like, wow, this is really good. But we had a dinner reservation 2 nights later at the same place because Morgan was like, oh, well, let's get the brunch stuff because she got like the souffle pancakes. There wasn't much difference between the two menus, but I was like, let's try something different. Okay, I'm happy. 2.5 limes later, I think we finally got the amount of lime juice we needed. Garlic. So then for dinner that night, we went to this little tiny Italian place called Frankie's 357, which is a favorite of Maddie Matheson's. So that's why I was like, okay, we have to go there and give that a shot. And it ended up being absolutely amazing. It was a tiny place. I mean, you were packed next to each other, but the food, oh. We had a honey and ricotta crostini and then like a cremini mushroom one that were like packed. They were like that big and super good. What did I have for the pasta? There was so much food. Let me check. I wrote down everything because I knew I'd have this problem. Italian. Okay, I didn't write it down for the first day, but I wrote it down every other time. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I had a like hot sausage, a brown butter and hot sausage, cavatelli, and Morgan had uh, fresh ricotta gnocchi that she liked, and then we got a creme brulee at the end that was one of the best we've ever had, and I got a prune and mascarpone dessert that was also pretty fabulous. And that was Tuesday, which I think was the best, like, all around meals. Wednesday, we did Junior's, which is a breakfast place. Kind of does like a diner. I wouldn't write home about it. It was just kind of all right, but it did scratch the itch of a breakfast place, which you'd be surprised how difficult it is to find just like a standard breakfast place. Because, you know, they're all big about the bodegas and the, like, bagel shops and stuff like that. But we just kind of wanted a normal brunch. Menu was basic, but it was decent. Got to try an egg cream, which is a Brooklyn-made drink that actually contains no egg and no cream. What it is a specific brand of chocolate syrup called U-Bet, milk, and then a like soda water to make a carbonated chocolate milk. We both thought it would be really weird, but wanted to try it because it was a local thing. We actually kind of liked it. It was weirdly refreshing. Not something I would order every time, but definitely like give it a try. So that was breakfast, which was okay. Then we went to Serendipity 3, which is very well known and very much a tourist place. It makes giant frozen hot chocolate, which, to be fair, their hot chocolate is amazing. Um, Frozen hot chocolate, excuse me. The food that they had, like the normal food, was pretty mediocre. I would honestly describe the place as like state fair level type looking food, whereas it looks cool to take pictures of and say that you had it, but like taste wise, it was kind of lackluster. Like they had this thing called like the Sunday chicken dinner, and it was basically a goblet filled with cheese or macaroni or like cheese sauce, French fries, um, a couple of chicken strips, some mashed potatoes on the top, some peas sprinkled around, and a cherry tomato. It was meant to look like a sundae, but it was all like chicken stuff. I ended up getting that, and I thought it was very mid. It looked cool, did not taste great. Um, but Morgan loved her. Um, God, I'm struggling with words right now. Loved her frozen chocolate. W meals left and right. What was the most expensive thing you bought, and was it worth it? I did try Wagyu beef. They had a Wagyu experience. It was $60 for 4 tiny pieces of Wagyu that they cooked on a stone right in front of you. It was really good, but also like I could take it or leave it. Like it was cool to experience, but it wasn't like, oh my god. That was Wednesday, I believe. We went to a place called Fushimi or Fushimi. And they had another drink. They had a drink there. I tried 2 drinks, which is very unlike me. One, which was a sangria with sake, and it was probably the best drink I've ever had. My goal is to try and recreate that at some point once I research what was in it. Okay, 1 teaspoon paprika. But the Wagyu beef, like that, was just $60, and I felt bad about it. But I also was like, I want to try it. We're in New York. We've been kind of like talking about this being like our seventh anniversary, so we were kind of not going wild, but like having fun with it, doing stuff we wouldn't normally do, especially considering how much it cost. Like we got a little bit of a nicer hotel, we got a nicer flight. But that was pretty expensive. That was probably the most expensive thing. But overall, that meal ended up being like $250. But everything I had was great. We had some shishito peppers. I had a crab salad. I had um, a sushi roll that was really good. We had Wagyu, and then there was something else I had. NYC is awesome, but yeah, can be pricey. It absolutely was pricey, but I really enjoyed trying a lot of it. All right, how much this is? 1 teaspoon. Ow, I bit my nail. All right, so I've been talking and I forgot to say what I've been doing. I am adding 2 teaspoons of mushroom powder. I'm actually just going to go with 1 just because I don't want to overpower it. 2 teaspoons paprika, 2 teaspoons coriander, 2 teaspoons oregano, and 2 teaspoons of cumin. Sorry, I have to get my coriander off. What's that? Hey, memories and good food equals priceless. Yes. Did you try any New York pizza? Yes, we had New York pizza 3 times. The first time I ordered it because I didn't want to go out because it was after we had gone to the con and we were exhausted that first day. Uh, the convention was like 1.2 miles away from where we were, so we walked it, and then we got invited to a Shonen Jump, the anime, or excuse me, the manga company had a like a pop up store that we got invited to go look at, and you had to like reserve, and it was a pretty decent walk away. Um, so we ended up walking that, and then by the time we went there, the line was huge and apparently was not moving. So we ended up just vetoing it and then walking somewhere else to try eating, and then metroing back. So by the time we had done that plus the convention, we were already like 5 or 6 miles deep, and we were pretty tired. So I ordered some pizza to get delivered because I didn't want to have to like get dressed, walk somewhere, decide if I wanted that pizza. I was just like, I'm just gonna get some. And then another night we went and tried a place, and it was super expensive. It was Georgian food. We spent like $90, 90, $100, and I didn't like it. But I'm very nice, and try to eat a good chunk of it. Didn't like the food, so I was still hungry afterwards. So we actually went to a pizza place that was on my list. That some people had said was like the best pizza in New York, called La Industrial. La Industrial. And there was one like 6 minute walk from where we were. So we walked over to it, and it was a huge line. So we ended up waiting 50 minutes for this pizza, but it was some of the best pizza I've ever had. I wouldn't wait for it next time, but I was glad I tried it. Getting those steps in. Shonen Jump. Yeah, Shonen Jumps. Did you go to John's of Bleckers? I did not. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this on real quick. John of Bleckers' classic NYC pizza, so good. Yeah, we had a lot of. We had. Oh, what was the heck it was called? Let me look it up real quick. I have it all written down. We had La Vera Pizza, which was really good. That was the one I ordered the first day. And then La Industrielle, which is what we went and got. And then the last one was just like a place walking back from a play. We were out like at 12:30, and I was like, I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna grab a slice of pizza, and it was really good. Because we ended up not like going a lot of places. We're going to a lot of. Sorry. We ending up only staying in about the bottom half of New York. Like we never went past Central Park. We went up to Central Park. Other than one time we metroed to the Beacon, which is a theater where we saw John Oliver and Seth Meyers do a set. All right, 14 times 8 would be 80 plus 32, 102. Somebody will probably correct my math there real quick. Um, but that was about the highest we went. We did go down to Brooklyn. Went to a couple other places, but that was for the most part. We stayed under about halfway down, and then we went to Brooklyn, and then we also went to Astoria, which is on the east side. John Oliver, my goat. Lucali in Brooklyn was really good too. See, I heard that. We just didn't get around to it. By the time, because we spent so much time at the convention, we were there Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, from 10 to 5. So, uh, We spent 7 hours there, uh, and then we usually had a dinner reservation around like 6 o'clock. So it was like, all right, we leave a little early, go change, go to dinner, or go straight there from that. So there wasn't a lot of like back and forth adventuring to places. We did that on Friday. We didn't go to the con and went and did like a couple of the restaurants that were out there. Sorry, Skipper wants to go out. Let them out. Uh, we did eat bagels, and they were fantastic. I don't watch TV, but since Conan retired, Seth is the best late show on, in my opinion. Yeah, I like him, and I like Colbert. I think they're both pretty funny. But I don't watch night late shows really. They're kind of just like walking commercials, which is fine, but that's really not my thing. Hold on, I'm gonna blend in this oil real quick. So sorry. We'll continue talking after. My musts in NYC is Ivan Ramen, Shake Shack, Levain Bakery, John of Blecker's, Lukai, and Dew's Donuts, and Morgenstern's ice cream. Uh, we did not. Shake Shack is not what I would call a New York staple because we have one here in Kansas City, so that would definitely be one we would miss. But the rest of those are all really solid. Um, I did a lot of research as to what places we wanted to go, and I provided Morgan an entire list. Like, we did a bunch of places. Like, we went to a pierogi place that just did pierogies that was like a Michelin star place for like 2 years in a row. And it was fabulous. Hold on. I forgot to salt this. All right, just a little bit more. There we go. Trying to get all the red out. Yeah, I'm trying to cut down as much red as possible. I think I got a lot of it. Fair. We don't have Shake Shack here. That's really surprising. You guys, every time you tell me you don't have something, I'm like, really? I feel like a lot of Canada would have this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I guess it just hasn't made its way there. All right. So here's my marinade that I'm also going to be making a Chipotle mayonnaise with. So let me taste this, make sure it doesn't need more salt. Then I'm gonna pull some of this out and mix it into some mayonnaise. Needs a bit more salt, but man, that's got some spice to it. All right. I'm gonna throw a little onion powder in there too. changing this as we go. And I'm going to put a little bit more lime juice. Half the time I get a lime or a lemon, I get too much juice, and now I can barely get any. All right, there we go. I'm more excited for Chick-fil-A opening 20 minutes from me. Correction, Tokyo just got its first Shake Shack, but I'm not driving to downtown Toronto for it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I took my mom to City Hall earlier so she could vote, and she made me stop at KFC at the way home. KFC is so whack. What about KFC bothered you? All right, all of it. Okay, that's not helpful. That's going to be something else. All right. Got our Chipotle sauce. So, we're going to put about 2 tablespoons, roughly, to mix with some mayonnaise to make a Chipotle mayo. The rest is going to go on the chicken as a marinade for about 30 minutes while we work on the rest of the salsa that we gotta chop up and all that stuff. Hold on, let me get the mayonnaise in there. The food, the whack, the drinks whack, the price whack. Actually, not terrible. I mean, KFC's got its place. It's not the worst. I got chicken tenders from there the other day. I feel like they changed them again. They used to be like craggly. Now these were like the tenders you would see from like everywhere, or like frozen. I don't know. I feel like a lot of chicken places have gone downhill, and I don't know if it's from the fact that there are so many chicken places, or if they're all just kind of like, yeah, you're gonna eat here regardless. Suck it. Does that make sense? All right. Here's my Chipotle mayo. Don't forget that the mayonnaise is going to cut that flavor a little bit too, if the flavor's a little too strong for you from the Chipotle. Yeah, that makes sense. Lots of new chicken places to go, and KFC has kind of been slacking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it is up there in Minnesota, but we've got KFC, we've got Chick-fil-A, we've got Zaxby's, we've got Raising Cane's, we've got Slim Chickens. What else do we got? We have Mother Clucker. We have Dave's Hot Chicken, which is not my favorite. And I'm just talking about places that do like some sort of chicken salad. I think I said Zaxby's, but a lot of them have not stayed around. All right, let's see how this is. It is so much better with mayonnaise. Anyway. Any big things you wanted to see at the con in New York? Yes, mostly I wanted to there was a guy who I've been buying art from occasionally, like commissioning from him off of Whatnot, who is a really nice guy. He was going to be there, so I wanted to meet him. There was a bunch of artists there that were, don't come to Kansas City at all. So, I mean, most of what we did was art. I actually, this is going to sound really dumb, was like kind of disappointed with the rest of the convention in regards to like everything else. Because I felt like it was very normy. I don't know how to describe it. Like, they turned it from like what normal con used to be into more of like a walk and drink type of event. So like they're selling alcohol, they're selling food. It almost feels like closer to like a state fair or a carnival than it does like a convention for like buying and purchasing. I don't know how to describe it. And I'm sure I'm the only one who thinks this, and I don't know why I think it, because I think it's probably inherently wrong. But I don't know. There was just a lot of people, and a lot of it wasn't geared towards what I'm looking for or what I collect or what I do. So that, I think, is where my bias comes from. I think it's a cool con. I just don't know that it's worth all the hassle of going to New York for, in my personal opinion. Now, some people, like, if it's your local con or if it's not far, totally cool, probably worth it for them. But, like, us, took a year of planning. It was astronomically expensive. We had a good time. I don't regret it. I just don't think it's something that I would do again. Not without, like, very special circumstances. But we did get a lot of art. So I'm very happy about that. I can show you later on Discord if you want to see them. Alright, so we got our chicken marinating. Where's the lid? I'm going to put this in the fridge and let it marinate for about 30 minutes, or basically until we're done with our salsa. Don't need this. I don't think this is going to work. Let's try this one. Yeah, when you got time later, post them for sure. You gotta make more money. This is America, Kona. Yeah. You're not wrong. But like there was a lot of cool things, and there was just a lot of stuff that I was like, this is cool, but it doesn't interest me at this time or in my collecting career. I don't know that I call it career. Collecting opinion. Okay, the dog's just laying outside. He's having a grand old time, even though it's like 85 degrees out. Sorry. Trimming the pineapple. Gonna do a round on Space Marine 2. I'll have your stream on in the background. Appreciate it. Have fun. We're gonna just be finishing this up. essentially it's kind of just at this point assembly and then cooking the chicken. Ooh, I missed a bunch of here. All right, there we go. Seems just easier to take this over the trash. We did see Book of Mormon, which it was my first time seeing that, and I very much enjoyed it. I kind of knew what to expect, but I also didn't know what to expect. So that was a lot of fun. There we go. We saw that, and then, like I said, the comedy show, John Oliver and Seth Meyers. Um, that was about the like max of the shows and stuff we did. There's a lot of eating, a lot of other stuff like that, walking around, seeing stuff. We did go to the Nintendo store, which I thought was actually kind of lame, in my opinion. We tried to avoid touristy things as much as possible because, um, you know, that's what everyone does. And I also don't necessarily find that stuff all that interesting. Like, I think the Statue of Liberty is cool, but like, there's been a million pictures of it. It's been in a million movies. I'm not going to be like awe-inspired by seeing it in person. I understand it's big and it's cool, but that was just a personal opinion. But I mean, it was really cool seeing the public transport, or like the metro and all that stuff. It took us a couple of days to actually get it down, which is embarrassing. Uh, but it can be overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing, and it's your first time. There we go. Got music stuck in my head. But our ride back was actually really nice. That was close. We got back 40 minutes earlier than we were supposed to, which was awesome. Gave us a whole other hour yesterday. We ended up going getting food before grabbing the dog. It was nice. I got pineapple everywhere. Also, this seems like it's not going to be big enough. All right, let me wipe this off. Get it rinsed off. Okay. There's that. Let's get a half an onion. Alright, we're going to save this other half. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll do something. Maybe an omelet. Been jonesing for a good omelet. Okay. Let's get this diced. There we go. There we go. There's no way this is all gonna fit. No way. Hey, Uncle Stinky. Hi from Seattle. Hello from Kansas City. How you been? You been keeping busy? We just got back from New York. It's my first time there, and I'm excited to be back cooking. We had a lot of really good food, but you know, sometimes it really makes me want to come home and do it myself, if that makes any sense. I was thinking about making sloppy joe today, but tacos sound really good. Yeah, we made a nice chipotle sauce to marinate our chicken in, using peppers and adobo, chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, some honey, a couple other things, some mushroom powder, oil, paprika, cumin, coriander. We blended it all together, some salt, lime juice, and then I pulled some out and made a chipotle mayo as well to put on our tacos. And then I basically poured that on some chicken breasts that I turned into cutlets. Probably be better on some chicken thighs, because that way you can cook the hell out of them and they'd still be good. But I'm pretty excited about it. Although I got some terrible limes. They don't want to give me any liquid, and they're tiny, but that's what they had. This knife needs to be sharpened post haste. Okay, mushroom powder is new for me. Gonna check on Amazon. They have it at Trader Joe's. It's basically just like an umami powder. They also have it at like Whole Foods. Let me grab it and show it to you. Mushroom and Company multi-purpose umami seasoning blend. It's essentially salt, dried onion, ground mustard seed, porcini mushroom powder, white button mushroom powder, crushed red pepper, black pepper, dried thyme. It just adds a nice like unctuousness to it. It's optional. You could pretty much not use it if you want. You could also just use MSG, which adds the same type of thing. I ordered that from Amazon. Well, you'll have to let me know what you think. It's really adds a lot of like savoriness to stuff. So you could throw it on some like an omelet, pasta. Like if you wanted to do a butter pasta and then add that, I bet it would be fire. I'm rolling my tomatoes because this is the best way to avoid it being super watery, is to just get the skin and not the middle. There's a dog hair on here. Come on. Oh, there's the other half of the tomato. We're making a fresh pineapple salsa. I basically trimmed an entire pineapple, half a red onion, and like I've got like 7 or 8 very tiny romas. And then, yeah, some cilantro if that's your thing. I'm not a cilantro guy. I have that weird, like, it tastes like soap. So, no cilantro for me. I did get some, like, Italian parsley to try and mimic it in look, but not in flavor. I'll probably add it as a garnish. That's what I tend to do with that stuff. But I understand people do really love cilantro. It's supposed to be, a nice citrusy bite. But just soap here. Okey-dokey. I make a spice blend that is garlic powder, smoked paprika, and cumin. That is almost entirely what was in my sauce. Add a little bit of onion powder and used real garlic instead of garlic powder. This knife is not cutting it. Half the time it cuts perfectly, the other half it smushes. Okay. Start off by adding that. What's the weather like in Seattle right now? It's like unreasonably warm right now. Are you guys getting it, or are you guys cool and rainy? I guess you guys are always kind of rainy. It's like the only thing I know about Seattle is you guys have a lot of rain. I have a barbecue spice blend that I'm going to make either this weekend or next weekend. I'm going to do a pork loin because they were super on sale at the store today. I ended up buying 3 of them. They're all a little bit over £1 each. So I'm going to do like a sheet pan thing with that at some point in the future. It's currently 54 and sunny. Wow, it's 83 here. I was in New York all last week, and in New York, it was hot. We left and it was 84 in New York. Like, it's almost November. I missed those, like, nice, balmy days. Alright, there's 2 more tomatoes after this. I think we're making a decent pace. Then I'm going to get my pan heated up and we're going to start doing the chicken. I'm expecting the long gray to happen this weekend. I won't see the sun until May. Yeah, that's kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's kind of nice. I always sleep better in that weather. When it's like hot and sunny, I always find myself like struggling to fall asleep. Well, I mean, not during the day, but I just mean in general. I don't know what I'm talking about. Ignore me. I was traveling all day yesterday, so it has been nothing but brain half functioning today. That was a terrible cut. People visit here in the summer and remark how green it is. Yet we pay for amazing summers with 8 months of drizzle. Yeah, but at least, you know, your grass looks nice. I was impressed. I went to Oregon for the first time about how nice and beautiful it was there. And I was like, you guys must get a lot of snow, right? And they're like, yeah, we get maybe like 1 big snow a year. And I was like, I'm so jealous. This is the most I've traveled in my entire life this year. In 3 weeks, I got to go to Nashville for work for a week. And I'll have traveled to like 7 different major cities in different states this year. And that's kind of nuts for me because I am not a travel person. Sorry, I need to wash my hands. Okay. What else was in this salsa mix? Jalapenos! God, I'm losing it. What is wrong with me? I knew there was something missing. Yeah, snow shuts down the whole Seattle area. Anything about a half an inch, and we'll didn't catch that last part. I'll come back and read it. Anything over half an inch, and we all freak out. Yeah, that sounds about right. We actually get a surprising amount of snow. We usually get about 3 or 4 like pretty big snows per year. Not anything like, Minnesota, but like enough to like last for multiple days, a couple inches. Um, Last year was actually pretty nice. We didn't have it too terrible, but I'm hoping we continue our mild winter streak. Oh, there's all this gonna fit there. Yeah, Kansas and Missouri are very weird because we get like all of the seasons very distinctly. Like our summers can be very hot, you know, 107 over 100 pretty regularly, and then our winters, uh, we get down to close to the negatives. We get a lot of snow sometimes. We get very distinct like fall and spring where it's rainy, it's cold, nasty. And I feel like there's a lot of states where they don't get that. Where it's almost like it's either winter or it's summer. These were some big jalapenos, and I cut them rather. Okay. So there's that. I'm gonna need a bigger bowl. I need to zest the lime. Where is my microphone? Yeah, we aren't really big about getting shut down for snow unless we usually get shut down for cold weather. That's what a lot of the high schools and schools around here will do if the weather's bad, with like the temperature is bad, because we get a lot of like frozen stuff. Ooh, we got a slider. See if we can get any more lime juice than we can without a lot, like we did the last one. There's a little bit. All right. This bad boy better be ready to juice. There we go. Last one. There we go. All right. My hands are covered in lime juice. Burns. Okay. Go ahead and salt this. And then we're going to transfer it to another bowl because that's not going to work. All right, so now we can go to cooking the chicken. Okay, let's give this a nice stir. We want to try and get that salt everywhere. We want to get lime juice. Obviously, if you like cilantro, throw some cilantro in here. It's a pretty basic, almost more like a pico than a salsa. Just want to let it all kind of come together and meld, get tasty. That salt is going to draw out some moisture, so you are going to get a little bit of juice down at the bottom. So, may need to add a little bit more salt. Obviously, we'll give it a taste and find out. How are we looking, Mr. Salsa? Let's get a little bit. Like we're good. Be right back. Going to make a cheeseburger. That sounds fantastic. Okay, there's the salt. Give that another stir. Yum. Chicken. Okay. Time for a little bit of a wipeout. Clean up. Oil's fine. This can go away. Microplane. This. Trash. These just need a wipeout. We're going to use them again. Oop. Things are flying everywhere. Okay. These can stay. Let's do a wipe down. One more. There you go. Okay, so that's there to cut the chicken when it's done for our tacos. Parsley, our chicken. Let's bring you guys over here so we can do the cooking. All right, so I've got this pan heating up over medium. It's a little hot. You want to see the stuff run. There we go. We got our beautiful chicken in the marinade. Been there for about 40 minutes. See if we can't get 3 in there. So we did cut these. We want to keep them pretty thin so they cook. There is oil in this, so it shouldn't just be straight up just sticking. It might a little bit, but hopefully we got it to the right temperature. We got some oil in there. We do want the Chipotle sauce and the stock to basically kind of cook and adhere, add a lot of nice, delicious flavor. So while that's going on, I'm gonna clean a little bit. It's gonna take probably, I don't know, 3 to 6 minutes aside. Basically until we start seeing the color run up the sides real well. You can always check it with a thermometer, which I highly encourage and recommend. How do you guys like to cook your chicken for tacos? I've never tried it like this, but I think it's going to be really tasty. do want to make sure we move it around a little bit. That way it's getting hit on all sides. Just even cooking. It'll be really tasty. So yeah, chicken thighs with this would be a good idea just because it'd be easy to basically overcook these and then not be very good, but I'm pretty confident with my chicken breast ability. Plus the marinade's going to add a lot of moisture and flavor. They already smell fabulous. But actually, while this is going on, I am going to go ahead and start getting these tortillas good to go. As you can see, we've got the white coming up the outside. That's good, but the inside is what really matters. Making sure that gets cooked completely. All right, let's get this going medium high. About 10-15 seconds up. All right, so this one's cooking much quicker than the others. Look at that gorgeous crust we've gotten on there, though. That one's still got a little bit to go. That's the thick. That's one of the thicker ones. All right. So we're gonna wait until pan gets up to temp, and then we'll start doing the tortillas. These are delicious tacos. The smell on this is fabulous. Get a little zoom in action. Always usually pretty hesitant to use the zoom in just because I always feel like I mess up how it looks, but pretty gorgeous. thing we didn't have in New York was actually tacos. Or Chinese food, surprisingly. We had Argentinian, we had... Excuse me, I keep saying Argentinian. I mean Brazilian food. We had Georgian food from the state, like the country of Georgia. We had Japanese. We had Italian multiple times. We had the deli. We had bagels. Had American. There's just so much everywhere. It's hard to hit everything. Not that we, didn't try. I'm just checking color-wise how they're looking. I want to flip this one again. Get that. Ten, 15 seconds aside. So yeah, it's going to be this process, rinse and repeat. And we're going to temp these. Make sure they're up to temp. Don't want anyone getting sick. After this, we'll start temping. These smell wonderful. I suspect this one's probably ready. This one's close. That one's got a ways. If I were a betting guy, which I am occasionally. Those moist. All right, this one's done. Let's see what this bad boy's running. Close. And the Big Papa. $130. He's still got some weight. This one's pretty close. They're burning a little bit, so I am going to go ahead and make the executive decision to add a little bit of oil. Just to help. That way we don't just burn the whole thing. We do want some char on there, we just don't want it burnt. There's also going to be a little bit of carryover cooking, but we want to get it to about 155. And then, you know, if it maintains that for 45 seconds, then you're good. Plus, it'll carry over cook a little bit higher, which is perfect. That's how you're going to keep your juicy chicken, by doing it that way. Alright, let's go ahead and temp this bad boy again. $135, $142, $147, $48, $149, $150, $151, $52, $153, $154, $155. Alright, so this one done. Alright, let's temp this bad boy one more time. Oh, this bad boy says he's done. Alright. We've got 3 more and a very messed up looking pan. That's fun. We'll go ahead and turn the temp down a little bit. Excuse me. There we go. So, the last of the chicken we've got to cook. The other ones are looking mighty pretty. I'm going to do 10 tacos and leave the other set for tomorrow. God, this smells so good. We're finally hot enough that we're getting a little bit of color on this stuff. I don't want to get so much they turn into tostadas, which we've definitely not accidentally done on stream before. But these are going to be really good, I can tell. Oh wait, I already flipped it because I can see the color. You'd be surprised how difficult it is to find larger corn tortillas. All right, we got 2 more. This is going to be a fun one to clean. Maybe able to deglaze it. You can't scrape a ton of that up. Alright, 1 more tortilla. Welcome. What's wrong? You just went, Not conducive of a great sound. You're cold? Well, I hope you don't have the flu. What would be the point of getting a flu shot? Alright. Look at the gorgeous color on that. I'm gonna turn this off, move it out of the way. Alright. We're looking good. Alright, I'm getting my deglazing stuff ready. Try and clean this pan before we, gets too far along. For some reason that little section didn't cook very well. Turn it back over. This one's gonna take a minute. But yeah, here's the spread we've got going so far. Here's our chicken. Here's our Chipotle stuff. Here's our stuff. Our tortillas. Here's the salsa we made. You still want the cheese dip?
Mm-hmm. I don't eat all of one.
Well, I wasn't planning on eating any. Seemed easier to heat one up than it did to.
Can you heat them up in those bowls?
I believe you can. Right.
Smart water still in there?
Yes, but I moved it to the bottom. I needed space. I figured it was yours. Oh. Yeah, I think the temperature actually went down too much there. Yeah, we're doing. We're still a ways away. Well, it's good. It means it's working. Remove lid in plastic form, microwave 30 seconds, and stir. Look at that. It always does.
It does for me as well. It'll like rip where it needs like I slashed it 2 lines across it.
Yep.
And then it's like a triangle and then a half.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
My finger is covered in cheese. Wow.
It puts on a plate. You want me to grab these?
Yeah.
Like a paper plate, you can make it muscle over.
Yeah. And also feed the dog.
The chicken smells really good.
I agree.
Oh, your salsa smells good too.
Alright, let's start tipping this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go with it.
Okay.
I'll look here.
Hey, it doesn't bother me. If you're not feeling good,
There's
then
no need for me to drive that far.
142, 144, 146, 147, 49. I don't know what the Chipotle sauce.
Ooh.
It's
That was on the chicken?
it is part of what's on the chicken. Okay, this is really close, so that needs like 30 more seconds. Let's see what this needs. I feel this one's probably done.
Was you fried on it? How was that?
Try what?
The donut.
I mean, they were good. Because we didn't really... I mean, we kind of ate lunch. Well, I kind of ate lunch, so I was having some of the Chinese food. I didn't have a ton of it. So I was really hungry. So I was like, oh, this is good. And then I was like 5 minutes before this whole stream started, I was like, I am still starving.
Yeah.
126, 132, 142, 146, 150. Yeah, that bad boy's done.
probably gonna take it out.
I'll have to wait till I'm done. Okay.
Cow's still in there?
Chow might be lurking. She said she was making dinner, so.
Yeah, nothing at all.
About what? You?
Yeah.
No, I hadn't said anything. It's your announcement. I don't go around telling people unless you're absolutely not going to tell them.
I got it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Let's deglaze this and see if we can't save this pan off.
I know you're used to doing it after it's done, but I need you to do it.
Alright, we're getting a little bit. This is fun. It's maybe the best I can get for right now. I think we're going to have to. Yeah, I think this is going to be a project. Yeah, I think this may be a baking soda and a couple other things.
You'll get it there.
Yeah, we'll get it there. Alright, so we got our chicken. This has been nothing but nice hand exercise for the last 5 minutes. Nothing. I just suspect you're gonna go to town. I don't like that piece. I don't like that piece. Shit, I keep forgetting about the dang. Would you not mind? Would you mind?
I mean, it's for me.
Yeah.
Not really integral to your street. It's more just and you cater to me.
And you did say, I don't want Mexican. And then I said, well, I was going to make tacos. And you went, I want cheese dip.
Yeah?
I actually think this chicken looks really good. You're going to need to get that pretty warm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ooh, Grant's back. This is looking good. Thank you. Essentially done and ready. Is that chicken not meat chicken?
That's some good looking chicken.
Okay. Morgan, what was your favorite food from the trip? It's a good question.
It wasn't a food at all.
She said it wasn't a food at all. So I think she's referring to
My frozen hot
her
chocolate.
frozen hot chocolate.
The frozen hot chocolate and the desserted rice and beans that was like a giant dark chocolate non-pro were both up there. As far as not dessert type of foods / drinks.
Can you take a picture? It's done.
Yeah. I like all the stuff at high quality.
Yeah, I said that the first day was a banger for food.
Yeah, we hit like 2 strong ones back to back. But like everything we had at high collar was really good.
Yeah, 100% agree.
Whoops. Skipper's in the background. I hope that doesn't matter. No, he moved. Frozen hot chocolate, explain. We have a picture of it. So like it's this giant like goblet that's like the size of this Pyrex. And it's what you think it's what it sounds like. It's you know how like they do like frozen coffee, but it's frozen hot chocolate. So they take the hot chocolate, they cool it down. They mix it with like is it ice? They like make a blended mix of it.
It's easier to explain it. It's like a slushy, but it's hot chocolate.
And then they put this big mound of like whipped topping and chocolate shavings on it. And made me so happy. Chris tried it and was like, "Oh my god, this is super rich." And they have like other variations that you can get of like all sorts of like cookies and cream and like a unicorn one that had like all the sprinkles you can imagine and like birthday cake, and then they had like cotton candy. They had like a bunch of different ones, but we just went with the classic one because I think they even had a dark chocolate one that we didn't get.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what that one was like, but it was so tasty. I think I don't know that my phone to there will come through,
You just showed him this one.
but it was delicious. I get. Oh,
Did you get pictures of everything?
yeah.
Good Lord Almighty. Yeah, it's about the best way to.
I have a chip.
There's some ones right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see what we're working with.
We got our Chipotle mayo. Get past you. I need a chicken gripper.
We got ways to go.
So, chicken.
I'd like to point out that like right behind you
Oh, Chow's here.
is Skipper just patiently waiting.
Chow's here.
Oh, Chow's here?
Yeah, she said, Skipper boy.
Hello, Chow.
Morgan's here. Hi, voice of Morgan.
Chow, something that you incorrectly guessed on a previous stream is actually true.
Skipper is a girl.
No, Skipper's a boy. Yo, those tacos look great, huh? Yeah, I'm pregnant. So we are actually expecting.
She said, oh, wow. I don't know if it was quite that inflection, but.
I'm sure. Oh, wow. Who's that celebrity? But wow.
There's a lot of stuff.
I can't remember who it is.
I think you're going for the wrong wow because that would be Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah, Owen Wilson. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, but you did the wrong inflection on that wow. It's
Well,
wow.
you know, my sinuses are all jacked up since we got back from, since we were in New York. A lot of cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
It got to me. That, like,
Yeah. The 12 pack a
fifth
day
day.
that she smokes is.
Yeah, all those cigarettes.
Either way, Yay Skipper is going to be a good big brother.
He will.
He will. He's already been. That's why he's been freaking out so much.
He's been very barky.
He can tell.
Like, very barky. He looks so sad, like, in the corner, looking over at the island. Like, you can just see him out of shot. Look at that. He looks so sad.
Boy wants spice, I think.
I gave him ice. Did he eat it?
Yeah. And making himself. He's protecting the baby and making himself know. Oh, yeah.
Friends we got there.
Excuse me? Oh, you're talking about your cheese dip.
My cheese dip is ready. All right, Skipper. Did you eat all your... You didn't even put yours.
Good boy.
Good. You little punk. I just want the pineapple. Those look so pretty.
Do they?
Yeah. I didn't mean to sound so shocked about that.
You sound awfully shocked about it.
They're just so pretty. I was gonna just tell you to eat it.
I don't know what's the prettiest. What? Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
Dinner?
Yep, dinner and a baby.
Is that okay?
Can you get a... yeah. I don't know, I feel like the lighting is good.
It is. There's a shadow, I think, from your
You
camera.
want to take it over to the table? You've been getting better pictures there.
I can try.
Chai wanted to make his thoughts known. You're the prettiest, Chris. Thanks.
It's because the sun has started setting sooner. And we're cooking later. There's just shadows.
I had to close that because there was just a hole. The sun was hitting everything. Oh, going on now.
It says that Archie misses Skipper. Which is a fair...
Okay, sounds good.
It's better?
Yes.
Yeah. It was in the shadow of the camera.
In the shadow of the light. Alright, I want to eat these and I'm going to make a chip.
Yeah.
Question is, am I going to want sour cream or not?
They're so pretty.
A little bit of white. I don't think I can do it pretty. They're Chipotle, so they should be tasty. This dog in the way.
I know. He wants to be involved.
I wonder if my mom gave him treats around this time. I forgot to give him carrots. I'm so sorry, bud.
I was going to ask you if you got him.
I did not. Can you grab the chat, please? I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway. Oh, yeah, you're too low. Hello.
Hello.
Look how gorgeous these are.
I like the Chipotle sauce.
I think so. Let's stick a little fork in there and try it.
Nah, we're just going for it.
Okay.
Actually.
Well, these are good. It's like jerk chicken almost. Would you bring the salt container over here?
That one?
Yeah. I think it just needs a little salt. I'm now thinking back to when I made my Chipotle marinade. I'm pretty sure I grabbed the sugar instead of the salt. I was putting sugar in it.
Oh.
There was already honey in it.
Extra sugar.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. See if a little pinch of salt over the top helps. Yes. Okay. This is really good. The chicken is cooked perfectly. It's moist. It's not like super chewy. I guess stringy is the better way to describe it because it is chewy. It's easy to eat. The Chipotle sauce is really tasty. It's got a nice little kick to it, but not so much that I'm like, oh my god. It's very creamy, which goes well with the chicken. The chicken's got a nice char on it from that sauce. The fresh salsa is really tasty too. The pineapple isn't super sweet. Like, it's a little early. If it was super sweet, it would be kind of off-putting, but it's actually kind of perfect.
Don't forget to bring something.
No?
Yeah.
Morgan has a bucket of cheese that she requested at the store. And so she's put cheese in hers as well. So I'm curious to hear
It's good. It mixes well.
if it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, bud. It's really been 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought this meal was going to take as long.
Mm-hmm. I've been waiting.
Sorry.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be like a 45-minute meal. I think I stopped and talked a lot, which is good.
You're fine.
Yeah. There was a 30-minute marinade process, and then the chicken did not cook as quick. But I mean, I cooked the chicken. I'd rather it be cooked than not cooked. Or overcooked. Like that takes time. The salsa's good.
What about crumb over here? Nope. Here. Yeah, you got it.
Well, anyway, everyone, it's good to be back. I feel bad about missing so many streaming opportunities because we've just been traveling a bunch. It's really nice
To be home.
to be home and to finally get to have some home cooking and then be back on stream and chat with all you guys. I missed you all. It feels weird not hanging out with you guys. So I don't normally do Thursdays anymore, but my plan is to stream again Thursday. I'm gonna make a quiche.
Mm.
I'm gonna make a broccoli and ham and green onion quiche. Hello, welcome in, Vodka. How are you doing? You made it to the tasting portion. We made some Chipotle chicken tacos with a fresh pineapple salsa with a Chipotle cream sauce or like base. Really tasty. But yeah, I'm gonna make a quiche on Thursday. Broccoli, green scallion. Howdy. That looks delicious. Thank you, Baisiki Gend. I don't know where to start with yours.
Nailed it.
Nailed it, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, these are Chipotle chicken tacos made from scratch. Took a couple of chicken breasts, although I would suggest chicken thighs if you want to cook it a little quicker. We made a Chipotle marinade. Took some of the marinade, made a cream sauce. Well, I mean, we basically just mixed it with mayonnaise. And then marinated the chicken for 30 minutes and made a fresh salsa. I read it as Fiskisk Legend. You know what? Fiskisk Legend? Yeah, now that you say it, I do see that. When I just see a jumble of letters, I just go for it. And I don't...
He panics and just goes all in.
Yeah. I don't go, how should I sound this out and make it into words? I'm just like, we'll go for it. This last taco is the one I'm making a mess on. But yeah, this was actually a really easy dinner to make. The recipe's on the Discord if any of you guys are interested in that. It's I'll be posting like pictures of it too. Fiskus Legend is the creator of the Cayman Cider Company.
Oh.
I'm not familiar with the Cayman Cider Company. I'm familiar with like you know, your Ace Orchard and a couple of those other ones. That's what I thought. Yeah. But I mean, I do love cider. Do you think he meant alcoholic cider, or do you meant like
Apple cider?
Apple cider? Because I immediately went to like hard cider. But like Lewisburg cider, not far from here, would, you know, that's not alcoholic.
Yeah.
They have great apple cider donuts, though.
I was going to say you like both types of cider, both the non-alcoholic and the alcoholic. We just... like...
It's nice. You should order it. If I find some, I'll give it a try. I love cider. Both the hard and the normal. I'm not much of a drinker, but ciders are about the only thing that I will. The occasional. Cayman cider is the very best. Well, if I see it, I'll give it a try on your recommendation. Do you add vodka to it? His name's Vodka, that's why. It was a joke. My wife's just staring at me like I'm stupid.
No.
That's pretty normal.
I'm watching the Chipotle sauce for Patty Fingers.
Yeah, I was good until the third one, and now I've made an absolute mess. Cool, you can add whatever tickles your fancy. See, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
What do you... Ciders and sours are my go-to if I do drink. Yeah, Grant, you don't drink at all, hardly. You drink about as much as we do, which is maybe once or twice a year. What's everyone doing for Halloween? I know it's a little bit away, but it's kind of also here. I assume we're going to do the normal, which is pass out candy with the dog.
Yeah.
No dressing up this year. You got a costume for the dog, or is he just... Do we have something upstairs, or is he just going to be...
He's just him.
He's just him?
I have to pull up the blind so that he doesn't scare small children.
Yeah. I'm going to eat Master Bateman's candy canes. I see what he was going for there.
That Grant.
Passing out candy to the 4 kids who came by. Haha. Got him. Yeah. It wasn't a Grant. It was from vodka, but Grant 100% jumped on board.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a Grant thing.
He loves jumping on board somebody's candy cane. Got him.
Anyway, that's Christmas, not Halloween.
Look at our dog down there just moping. You boop. Come here, buddy. I'll give you a chicken chip. Come on. Come.
Because you didn't buy me carrots.
Boop. All right. Stay there. All right, bud. You're making me look like I'm a bad parent. You sit. Sit. No. You gotta be on camera. Okay. Can you scoot back?
He will when he sits.
Okay, that's better.
Comes forward to sit.
Shake. Shake. Good boy. Boop. Good boy. Whoosh.
No.
Phasmophobia Halloween event is next week. I'm really looking forward to that. Morgan, there's new tech out there to get rid of hiccups.
Am I hicking? Oh.
You might
Grant again?
sit. Of course, Grant. Grant is really weird about hiccups.
He gets very bothered by when I have the hiccups.
Oh. Touch. Good boy. You are off camera. You were doing this on purpose. I don't know why you're like this, Grant. Let a woman hiccup in peace. If you say to yourself hiccups aren't real, then they go away.
I don't think
Does that work for you too?
that acknowledges they exist. Is this the ricochet off of Mom's shoulder?
It bounced off of his head and then it went to you. He said you probably want peanut butter.
Can you sit? Pick. Thank you.
You looked like you tried to bite your hand.
Who's there?
Moist Man made a video on it and I tried it and it has a 100% success rate. I'm sorry. I know you really like Moist Man, but he's not my like go-to answer for everything like you. Dog shakings. Yeah, Skipper spent the week with my parents while we were at New York. And he's been sleeping most of today, and this is the most active he's been. He really wants his treats, I think, because my parents probably spoiled the little boy. Didn't they?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, we've had a very good, successful meal. I appreciate everyone coming in and chatting and hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and find somebody to raid here in a minute. Like I said, we are going to do a Thursday raid. I'm going to make a quiche, broccoli, ham, green onion. Might throw some bacon in there. Got some Gruyere cheese and some mozzarella. Pretty tasty. We're going to make that. And then we'll be back to our normal Sunday, Monday, Tuesday schedule until the second week of November. We're going to Nashville. I have work. They're sending me for work. Unfortunately, it will impact the days that I'm streaming. So we'll miss that. But then after that, travel should be down to a minimum. Because, one, I don't want to go anywhere. And two, this is the most I've traveled in years. Not a traveling guy. Anyway, but I appreciate everyone hanging out. W meal, W stream, appreciate that. Have a great night. Thanks. You too, Chow. You should post a picture of the food you were making, the poutine. It sounded delicious.
It did sound good.
But yeah, we're gonna go find someone to raid. Hopefully see you guys Thursday. If not, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 to 4 on Sunday, 5 p.m. Central on Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna try and do some fun stuff and see what comes out, see what interests us. Anyway, check out the Discord if you want to see any of the pictures or the recipe or any of the VODs. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Hopefully, we'll see you Thursday. And remember to stick around so we can find someone to raid and share the love. All right, thanks, guys.